We are reading Bhagwat Geeta as it is by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, founder Acharya of International Society for Krishna Consciousness. We are in chapter 8, text 24. Those who know the Supreme Brahman attain that Supreme by passing away from the world during the influence of the fiery God in the light at an auspicious moment of the day, during the fortnight of the waxing moon, or during the 6 months when the sun travels in the north. So let's read the purport. When fire, light, day, and the fortnight of the moon are mentioned, it is to be understood that over all of them there are various presiding deities who make arrangements for the passage of the soul. At the time of death, the mind carries one on the path to a new life. If one leaves the body at the time designated above, either accidentally or by arrangement, it is possible for him to attain impersonal Brahmajyoti. Mystics who are advanced. So, impersonal Brahmajyoti means you are leaning closer to God, because impersonal Brahmajyoti is something which emanates directly from the spiritual body of the God, right? So if you have entered Brahma Jyoti, that means you are much more closer to God than before, right? At least you have attained into I don't know whether it's called spiritual world, but at least you are closer to that. Mystics who are advanced in yoga practice can arrange the time and place to leave the body. Yes, that's why we learned in the last verse that there were sages who were so advanced in their meditation that they could decide when they want to leave, when they want to die. And they would decide a date when they want to die. Why? Because on that day, the spiritual passage, the soul passage is is guarded by deities, Others have no control. If by accident they leave at an auspicious moment, then they will not return to the cycle of birth and death. But otherwise, there is every possibility that they will have to return. However, for the pure devotee in Krishna consciousness, there is no fear of returning, whether he leaves the body at an auspicious or inauspicious moment by accident or arrangement. Because for pure devotee, everything is will of Krishna. If Krishna wants this to happen for me, I will do it. I will go through it. For them, even taking rebirth is okay because it is the will of the God. So they are so surrendered that God is so pleased with them that He doesn't let them go back, you know. Text 25. The mystic who passes away from this world during the smoke, the night, the fortnight of the waning moon, or the 6 months when the sun passes to the south, reaches the moon planet, but again comes back. Okay. Chandralok. Yeah. Let's read the purport. In the third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Kapil Muni mentions that those who are expert in fruitive activities and sacrificial methods on earth attain to the moon at death. These elevated souls live on the moon for about 10,000 years by demigod calculation and enjoy life by drinking somras. They eventually return to earth. This means that On the moon, there are higher classes of living beings, though they may not be perceived by the gross senses. Yes. Let's move to text 26. According to Vedic opinion, there are two ways of passing from this world, one in light and one in darkness. When one passes in light, he does not come back. When one passes in darkness, he returns. Let's read the purport. The same description of departure and return is quoted by Acharya Baldev Vidyabhushana from the Chandogya Upanishad 5.10.3 to 5. Those who are fruitive laborers and philosophical speculators from time immemorial are constantly going and coming. Actually, they do not attain ultimate salvation, for they do not surrender to Krishna. So they keep coming back. Let's move to text 27. Although the devotees know these two paths, O Arjun, they are never bewildered. Therefore, be always fixed in devotion. Yes, let's read the purport. Krishna is here advising Arjun that he should not be disturbed by the different paths the soul can take when leaving the material world. A devotee of the Supreme Lord should not worry whether he will depart by arrangement or by accident. This is what I was saying, the pure devotee. The devotee should be firmly established in Krishna consciousness and chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. He should know that concern over either of these two paths is troublesome. The best way to be absorbed in Krishna consciousness is to be always devoted in his service, and this will make one's path to the spiritual kingdom safe, certain, and direct. Because when you are in Krishna consciousness, you are away from the dualities of material world, right? जहाँ पे सही गलत सच झूठ सब एक ही होता है. There is no such thing. झूठ भी सही होता है, सच तो सही हो. you know so you are already in that way of life when you are Krishna conscious. You just have to change your God will just change your place. So when you are Krishna conscious, you are actually living as if you are living on in a spiritual world. you know the word yog yukta is especially significant in this verse. One who is firm in yog yukta is especially significant. One who is firm in yoga is constantly engaged in Krishna consciousness in all his activities. Sri Rupa Goswami advises "Anasak- anasaktasya visayan yatharham upa, upayunjaha, upayunjata." One should be unattached in material affairs and do everything in Krishna consciousness. By this system, which is called Yukta Vairagya, one attains perfection. Therefore, the devotee is not disturbed by these descriptions because he knows that his passage to the supreme abode is guaranteed by devotional service. Let's move to text 28. A person who accepts the path of devotional service is not bereft of the results derived from studying the Vedas, performing sacrifices, undergoing austerities, giving charity, or pursuing philosophical and fruitive activities. Simply by performing devotional service, he attains all these, and at the end, he reaches the supreme eternal abode. Let's read the purport. This verse is the summation of the 7th and 8th chapters, which particularly deal with Krishna consciousness and devotional service. One has to study the Vedas under the guidance of the spiritual master and undergo many austerities and penances while living under his care. A brahmachari has to live in the home of the spiritual master just like a servant, and he must beg alms from door to door and bring them to the spiritual master. He takes food only under the master's order, and if the master neglects to call student for the food that day, the student fasts. These are some of the Vedic principles for observing brahmacharya. After the student studies the Vedas under the master of some time, at least from age 5 to 20, he becomes a man of perfect character. Study of the Vedas is not meant for the recreation of armchair speculators, but for the formation of characters. After this training, the brahmachari is allowed to enter into household life and marry. When he is a householder, he has to perform many sacrifices so that he may achieve further enlightenment. He must also give charity according to the country, time, and candidate, discriminating among charity in goodness, in passion, and in ignorance as described in Bhagavad. Then, after retiring from household life, upon accepting the order of Vanaprastha, he undergoes severe penances like living in forest, dressing with tree bark, not shaving, etc. By carrying out the orders of brahmacharya, householder life, vanaprastha, and finally sannyas, one becomes elevated to the perfectional stage of life. Some are then elevated to the heavenly kingdoms, and when they become even more advanced, they are liberated in the spiritual sky, either in the impersonal Brahmajyoti or in the Vaikuntha planets or Krishna Lok. This is the path outlined by the Vedic literature. So, impersonal Brahmajyoti is part of spiritual work. Yes, now we get it. The beauty of Krishna consciousness, however, is that by one stroke, by engaging in devotional service, one can surpass all the rituals of the different orders of life. The words idam viditva indicate that one should understand the instructions given by Sri Krishna in this chapter and the seventh chapter of the Bhagwat Geeta. One should try to understand these chapters not by scholarship or mental speculation, but by hearing them in association with devotees. Chapters 7 through 12 are the essence of Bhagavad Gita. The first six and the last six are like coverings for the middle six chapters, which are especially protected by the Lord. If one is fortunate enough to understand Bhagavad Gita, especially these middle six chapters, in the association of devotees, then his life at once becomes glorified beyond all penances, sacrifices, charities, speculations, etc. For one can achieve all the results of these activities simply by Krishna consciousness. One who has a little faith in Bhagavad Gita should learn Bhagavad Gita from a devotee, because in the beginning of the fourth chapter it is stated clearly that Bhagavad Gita can be understood only by devotees. No one else can perfectly understand the purpose of Bhagavad Gita. One should therefore learn Bhagavad Gita from a devotee of Krishna, not from mental speculators. This is a sign of faith. When one searches for a devotee and fortunately gets a devotee's association, one actually begins to study and understand Bhagavad Gita. By advancement in the association of the devotee, one is placed in devotional service, and this service dispels all one's misgivings about Krishna or God and Krishna's activities, form, pastimes, name, and other features. After these misgivings have been perfectly cleared away, one becomes fixed in one's study. Then one relishes the study of Bhagavad Gita and attains the state of feeling always Krishna conscious. In the advanced stage, one falls completely in love with Krishna. This highest perfectional stage of life enables the devotee to be transferred to Krishna's abode in the spiritual sky, Goloka Vrindavan, where the devotee becomes eternally happy. Yes. And thus end the Bhakti Vedant purports to the 8th chapter of the Srimad Bhagwat Geeta in the matter of attaining the Supreme. Yes. Let's end here with Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Let's do some Radha Jap. Radha, Shri Radha, Radha, Shri Radha, Radha, Shri Radha.